Hello everybody. Hello everyone. It's been so long. Kind of missed you guys. I'm hopping on here. My battery. Bad timing. I'm jumping on here, guys, to let y'all know about. No, to really acknowledge the timeline shift. The timeline shift. Does anyone feel it? Does anybody feel it? So, today is Friday the 13th, June 13th, and we had the full moon in Sagittarius a couple days ago. Because we're in Gemini season. In case you haven't figured out, the full moon is always opposite of the sun sign that month. So, I have to turn this down. Do not own the rights to anything you may hear in the background. This is all for entertainment purposes. So yeah, timeline shift. Does anybody feel it? Like between the time of the full moon a few days ago till up until now, I've had people mention it. It's affecting people differently, but I think on a collective, there's been like my algorithms have been pulling up a lot about gender. Like it's almost like it's shifted. Like we're done with racism. Like it's like kind of we're all tired of it. And not tired of it, but we have the awareness and the knowledge that we need. Okay, and we're functioning through that, right? Like we've talked about that, we've dealt with that. We know it's systemic. We know individual levels. We know, like as a whole, as a culture, whatever. We are focused where we may be. And then when we all turn back into our own cultures, we then get back into the dynamics of living, the dynamics of family, the dynamics of relationships, family and relationships. And I hope you guys can hear me. I feel like I'm whispering, but I have kids, and this is the only way. So I got the background noise a little bit that I need. Okay. And hopefully my voice is projecting. We'll see after I record this, because this is the first video I've done in a very long time. I am my starseed, in case you don't know. And I digress. So I was saying something about the timeline shift. Oh, focusing each on our own cultures. We then focus on family dynamic structures, like how we're functioning within that culture. So every culture has marriage. Every culture has those who fall outside of that. Every culture has, family dynamics. So it's pouring down rain. Oh dear. I just think it's interesting that it started raining right when I started this live. Like, it has not been raining at all. There was no signs of rain. And now it's raining. Friday the 13th. It's fun and unpredictable. But anyways, the energy, that's my point, is the energy, how things are going. Anyways, back to this family thing, right? I'm staying focused. Like, I know what I'm trying to say. So I've been seeing on my timeline a lot of stuff popping up about gender, relationships, men and women, whether that be the black family, black men and women, or but it seems like I'm seeing gender all across the board. And it almost started with that balloon popping dating show. Okay, that's been like a topic that's been going on for a while. And that show, I think, has really highlighted and pointed out some very obvious things between men and women that I think was a reflection to the genders, each within their own right. I find it fascinating, you know, so I think there's just more discussions going on about it. So my algorithm has picked up this heavily, so tonight I am I am addressing or acknowledging, I'm just acknowledging the energy and a few key points, because I think people's relationships are on the line. And I mean a lot. I know quite a few people that are changing their life. I tried to go live earlier and got a phone call from a family member. They're like, I'm out. I'm about to move. Yep. They're breaking up. So, this isn't new. I mean, the rise, like, basically, if you're looking at the structures of marriage and we're looking at divorce rates, we used to hear that, 50% of divorces, then I think it was like 60, 77. Like, I don't, like, even the ones that stayed together for a long time, are they an example of a marriage you would want, even from the outside looking in? Because we're never on the inside, right? So, and I don't mean anybody famous or celebrity. I mean anyone you know personally, at your church, at the grocery store, like the old couple next door, a neighbor, you know, your mom's friends, like stuff like that, you know, like real people. Okay. I challenge y'all, for every reel that you watch online, you should watch something real in life. Like, take note, be an observer of your environment if you're not already. Just something interesting that just came to me. But anyway, so they're all failing, and the ones that aren't failing aren't necessarily desirable, or we can tell something's up. We don't know, but it doesn't seem like something. We know what we want it to look like for us, in the sense of two people being free, like intact, happy, passionate, self-assertive, like self-contained, and then like powerful together. But and maybe that is not everybody's picture. I am not projecting here at all. It's just, you get what I'm saying? Most of all the people you know, as far as I'm concerned, women are serial monogamists. Yes, some cheat. Yes, some date several at the same time, sleep with several at the same time. Like, this is 2025. Yes, we know there is that. But for the ones that are more like want to be married, like, or just dating. That's the most key word here, dating. Like, anybody dating is, so that's, you know, getting to know someone, whether, you know, the progression of where that's supposed to lead for y'all is between y'all. But the point is, they're ending. They're not getting very far. And then it's like, meet somebody new, you know, because the thing is, women will leave you. You could be their Prince Charming or their daydream, their McDreamy, whatever, and they will leave you. A lot of fascinating things going on. I don't know why I want to speak on women right now, but I don't. So I'll address it how I was asked, masculine and feminine. What is happening at the end of the age, at the end of time? I'm going to just kind of go into some channeling here, okay? I haven't been on here in a while, guys. So, bear with me. I really was trying to give this a little bit of time so people came on, but I haven't been on long, and I'm starting here, you guys. Like this is gonna be on YouTube, or it is on YouTube, and also my personal Instagram, not my public Instagram. I haven't gone on there yet. This is just something, those a little bit closer to me, I wanted to talk to y'all if you're awake. So, masculine, feminine. I gotta pay attention because I don't want that to, okay. And message me if you'd like to know about the music in the background. Okay. At the end of every age, there is a rise in homogeneousness, if you will, and a decline in things hetero. Now, in nature, the laws of gender, masculine and feminine, exist in everything. But I heard a definition that I liked that I think helps us understand its operations. You can describe something, but to really know how it operates is to better understand it, or understand it, if you will. So, masculine and feminine in nature, feminine is the backdrop, baby. Masculine moves. Just remember that. Masculine moves. Okay. And there are a million words we can use to describe both, right? And I'll get into that because it's more than just that. But if we're talking about its operation, feminine is that the vessel, that which is around, that which moves. So I'm giving you this like picture of a maybe DNA strand, okay? Or a cyclone, cycles up, levels up, but in cycles. And masculine moves through that. That's what's happening. Excuse me. That's what's happening. And we all have that. Here's the two key words to remember, because I want to give you a word for feminine also. Masculine is movement, but feminine is attraction. If you use the word attraction, you can figure everything out. Anything that attracts attention is feminine. Oh, I think I got this. There some posts going around. I won't say her name now, but I remember now where I was hearing this. And it really does make sense. And I don't want to go on a path right now of I'm just addressing, do you guys feel the gender wars right now? More than anything else on the table. Now, I'm not talking about politics at all, okay? Like, that's like back burner It's a charade. It's summertime. Y'all know they come out with the theatrics in summertime, baby. This Leo season is around the corner. Okay? The grand finale show is coming up. They are just practicing. Okay? That's a whole different thing. But in your household, in your family, like, it's a gender war going on. You know they say the battle is spiritual. This World War III is felt. It's not so much seen. It's of the mind. It's of, this is the spiritual battle. Okay? And is your soul awake? Are you paying attention? Is your soul awake? Are you paying attention? Are you doing the work? Have you been doing the work? I know you guys haven't seen me in a while, but I have been transforming into motherhood through motherhood. Okay. So your priorities shift a whole lot, and as they should. Okay. And I had to reshift after I could find my footing to being able to put myself first again. Okay. As you should. Okay. So both are true. Okay. Two things can be true. Yes. Okay. And who better to teach that than the sun? Okay. It is the center of attention, and yet it showers and gives life. And that was kind of what my point I wanted to bring up is, like, the sun does both. It attracts in the sense that you can't miss it. God damn it, everybody can see it. It's warm. We're drawn to it. Kind of love it. You're just kind of lovable. In case you didn't know what sign I am, I'm not gonna tell you. Okay, so it's not just the sun. It's everything in nature has this play of feminine and masculine, everything. And we've been really looking at it in duality, but as we're ascending and as we've been going collectively through all the different stations of society, of the matrix, as we've been going through all of it, like, we've been, like, tearing stuff up, figuring out what's fake, and we really hit hard with the medical industry in our bodies, right? Since, like, 2020, that's like, psh, scab wide open. But now, I came to Aqua Moon Fairy page because, Aquarius is the future. So I'm just kind of letting you know what I sensing coming, right? If you feel what I mean. It's really like patterns, okay? I love numbers. You see the patterns. So here's where we are in the pattern. Because remember, nothing new under the sun. You can figure it out simply because everything is a cycle. Okay? This is not foretelling. This is not predicting. This is simply looking around me, seeing, remembering what happened summer before, around this time, remembering, like, recognizing patterns of the same thing coming around. So, but this time, or what's already been happening, but in different areas, right? And it seems like what's next on the chopping block is gender. And so I repropose to you that feminine is attraction. Masculine is movement. One has a pulley effect. One has a pushy effect. One has a pulley effect. One has a pushy effect. I'm sorry, guys. I'm with children all day long. So you're going to get a lot of my playful side. If y'all jump online with me and interact, I'll turn back into an adult, I promise. But in the meantime, I think these demonstrations are really great to help you stick to your mind, okay? So, say it with me. Feminine, masculine, feminine, masculine. Okay, that's it. That's it. That's all you need to know. The lesson is over. You got it. Okay. So I want you to keep remembering that, or come back to that as we continue to have this conversation. And as other people have the conversations around men and women's roles in society. That's really the topic that's up. Men and women's roles. Like seeing, again, I go back to that dating popping show, what the differences that we want, like what men want versus what women want. It's looking like, why has no one solved this problem for so many centuries of time? Like, why? There's like books upon books upon books upon books and psychologies of the psychology of the genders. And I mean, goddamn, we was almost down a path of like 72 genders, Good thing we pulled it back. We're still working out the two. But I think because of that, we're almost ready to like face the two issue. Like, because it pulled us back to the two. Like, okay, let's just, this umbrella's so big, let's boil it back down. So now that we're back to the male and the female, has anyone ever noticed that the FE is just iron on the male? Like, is it that do we have higher iron? Like, anybody notice there's something to that? Like, it's like male with an iron. Remember those like anagram type of puzzles that used to be like, like you maybe draw a line under the word wood and it'd be like underwood or so. I don't know, like, or stand. I don't know. Okay. I feel like female has to do something with the FE being iron, but maybe because we carry the baby. But I need a lot of iron. I'm just walking it out here. But okay, so I really digressed there because I almost forgot what I was saying. But I really just feel like we're back to, we're the two are up. They're up for grabs, I guess, in the sense that relationships anyways is on the line as far as like what are we doing? What are we doing? Are we gonna like keep the nuclear family? We're not gonna keep the nuclear family. Like, what are we doing? Men, are you remedial? Women, can you snap out of your illusions? This is looking really bad on your part. We are the mothers of society. We are the mothers of society. And it really took me being a mom. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I won't say that. I will say due to the load of matriarchal lineage type curse breaking and family curse breaking I had to do before I got here. There's a lot that got missed in a sense that different circumstances I would have been able to get into this sooner, right? Because I wasn't on this before. But like I've said before to people that, like, had I known anything about motherhood that I know now before, I would have been way more, not just prepared, but in my purpose. Like, I thought I was in my purpose before, but my shift from no children to children with that purpose. And this is not to put any type of pressure, shame, any type of anything on anybody, truly. Like, this is just my coming in. I didn't pre-think this out. But it has really given me a more authority, I guess, if you will. I don't even know if that's the right word, because it doesn't feel like, that like sit up type of authority. It's like, even if I didn't want it, like, I have to do this because this is why we came. I shift my environment. I'm the cyclone. I'm the DNA strand. Like, I'm the outside. I'm the vessel that shifts the environment. I am the environment. And being a mother helps you create, makes it like forces your body and spirit to go into being the environment. Before I knew about the environment, I knew the ideal environment I was working towards in my purpose. But after motherhood, I have been transformed into my purpose. And I've never heard anybody say that, and I definitely have never thought of that before this moment. But it's a little profound in the sense that I have to do this. And so I have to say these things and acknowledge these things that are going on, because it calls the room into order. It calls the children into order. And that's the authority I was talking about, the mother authority. The transition, the initiation into motherhood makes you more responsible, obviously. That's why we don't want to rush to that, because it is a heavy responsibility. But if you can be responsible for souls, and I do mean responding because you're able to, not just birthing, I mean raising children, then you can raise society. You can raise the collective. You can. In fact, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're here to do. I might have should have called this something about a purpose, because and maybe I will on YouTube, but so maybe this is already called that. But yeah, that's like a DNA changer. Like, that's like you got to show up. Like, at some point you got to show up. And so, or as they say, you got to man up. Why don't they say woman up? Because it's really woman. You know what? That's I might do it here. I don't know. I'm gonna do an episode solely on the basis that everything that has been presented to us since birth is inverted. Like, we're living in an inverted reality. And if with that premise, we'll go through and we'll have a discussion and talk about all the things that are inverted. And so if they tell us, it's north, south, east, west, then it's probably west, east. Rises in the east, sets in the west. So we going counterclockwise now? Maybe that's the real way. And even the clock is going back. That's a whole nother episode. I'm going to do a whole different. I'll stop it and redo one on just that. So you folks there. But I go back. So, yeah. I really lost track now, guys. But, dang, what was I saying? Now I need somebody online to help me. But oh my gosh, maybe that's what I'm supposed to talk about there. No, we were talking about this gender thing, and I want to keep it there, okay? So keeping it, throwing it out, keeping it, what are we doing, you know? It's just a lot going on, and you guys comment below, let me know, like, around the Sag full moon, the strawberry pink moon, full moon, up until now, Friday the 13th. Have you felt this timeline shift? Are you in a different space? Like, even for me, the sun, like, I got this burst of energy the last few nights around the full moon, to where I was up, me and my son, in the middle of the night, and it was like, we just didn't go back to sleep for a while. Like, finally did, but just had energy. And it was almost as if I don't want to say the clock, but the sunlight was messed with. There's been I saw a few of you guys talking about the sun, or saying that, you know, they just took out our sun, that this isn't the real sun, from the time that these they usually face the sun, and now they're not, and, you know, different things like that. I'm trying to keep this, you know, if you know, you know, at this point, if you know, you know. But I felt like maybe it was supposed to be daytime or something, but it was dark out, and that's what tipped me off, that maybe they were onto something. Because why am I not tired when I'm tired, and why am I up when I'm not up? And I don't know, it's twisty, it's trippy. It says they're still telling y'all that I'm live. I wonder if they didn't tell nobody. Anyways, I don't think I want to keep this one too long. And I'm going to go out and try it again, because I do want to go down that path of inverse. So if you are around and you want to hear this one, I'm gonna get into it. Okay, I'm going to try to get into it. So, it was good to see y'all. I hope that was a tiny bit informative. Just a little bit informative. Remember, you know. I know you know. So, everybody does this, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Everybody. And we might need to look at, you know, not calling it 60 million genders. No. Compatibility. Compatibility might be the way to go. Because we need peace in our environments. And it might not be that everybody should be living with everybody. That energy, come on. We know astrology now. The occult is out. This is the new age. Information is here. AI makes it faster. We got colorology. You got Reiki. You got everything to heal. I had to go away and heal, y'all. I had to go away and heal. The shit out here is real. When you on your shit, know your shit, you get the test. You get the test. You get a bigger test. So, I'm out on this one. I'm going to jump back in and get into some of that inverse talk and see if anybody's online. Because I don't think anybody got notified. It's